Hi guys, let's solve this problem on the board. Okay, the problem is read if 1 2 3 y. Don't say 123. It's not 123. This is a number basis. You understand? So, and because it is number basis, you don't call it 123. Rather, you call it 1 2 3 base y is equal to 83 base 10. Good. Find the value of y. Find the value of y. So look at what you are going to do. Write your solution. Then bring down the equation. 1 2 3 to base y equal to 83 to base 10. Now, the first thing to do is to pinpoint this 83 to base 10, then keep it here. Work with the left hand side of this equation to find your y. Is that clear now? And to work with the left hand side of this equation, you have to do what? You have to convert this base y to base 10, so that what is in the left hand side will be at the right hand side, which is also base 10. Base 10 is just a normal number, a natural number. Are you getting it now? So now, and base 10 is what is common to all other bases. So that's why if you want to convert from a base to base, you have to first of all go through base 10 before you reconvert. So in this case now, what we need to do is, after writing this, we'll just bring down this 1 2 3 base 9, 1 2 3 base 9 equal to, we want to convert this to base 10. How do we convert a base to base 10? That is another base to base 10. Converting a particular base to base 10 follows this this step that I want to show you now. So that if you see a base or any base at all and you are meant to convert it to base 10, you should be able to follow this step, and that's simple. Now, you write 1, which is this one in front. Now you write it, this one in front, you write it down, 1 times y, which is this y here. Is that clear? Which is the base, that base, that particular base. You are multiplying every digit here with the base, with the given base. Is that clear now? Plus these two here, 2 times y. You see how I'm multiplying everything now with the given base to change it to base 10, okay? Plus this 3 times y. Is that clear? Okay. So now you go to the last part of it and start writing from 0 0 1 2. You see? So now the next step is equal to, you now have y square here. We have 1 times y square is what? Y square plus, which is this plus, y power 1 is y. Y raised to power 1 is what? Y. Anything raised to power 1 is that. And so that y power 1 is 1 is y. Then 2 times y is equal to 2y. Clear? Now, plus, which is this plus, y raised to power 0 is 1. I told you guys in our previous classes that anything raised to power 0 is what? 1. So that if y raised to power 0 is equal to 1, then 3 times 1 is 3. Okay? Now you bring down this 83 base 10, which you have, so that you have y square plus 2y, which is this 2y plus 3 equal to 83. Okay. Now, looking at this, you will see, or you confirm or agree with me that this particular equation has become what? Has become a polynomial of second degree. That is polynomial of second degree, which is what? Which is quadratic equation. Which is quadratic equation. You write y square. Write y square. Okay. You write y square plus 2y plus 3. Now let this 83 come to this side. Then it becomes minus, because it was plus here. So it becomes minus 83 equal to 0. Okay. Now, so that y square plus 2y plus 3, plus, now, not plus again. See, plus 3 minus 83 will give you minus 80 equal to 0. This has formed simultaneous equation. Then what do you, a quadratic equation. So what do you do? Now, quadratically, what you do is you factorize this by factorization method, because quadratic equation, in solving quadratic equation, we have methods. We have factorization method, we have graphical method, we have by completing the squares method, then we have the general formula for quadratic equation, which is called quadratic formula. Okay, now, here now to factorize this, what do? You multiply the first term by the last term. First term is y square, y the last term is minus 80. So when you multiply the first term with the last term, which is y squared times 80 minus 80 will give you equal to what? Minus 80y squared. So what's the next? Find the factors of 80. Okay, factors of 80, you have 1, 2, then you have 4, then you have 8, you have 10, you have 20, you have 40, you have 80 itself. These are the factors of 80. These are the things that can divide 80 without remainder, which means 1 times 80 will give you 80. Then 2 times 40 will give you 80. 4 times 20 will give you 80. 8 times 10 will give you 80. So what do? You have to pair them. You have to do what? To pair them. That's how to solve quadratic equation. You see, I'm already teaching two topics using one question. So now, that's how to solve quadratic equation anyway. Then you pair them. Now, so that 1 and 80 will pair. But the pairing that you will choose here, you have 1 and 80. Then you have 2 and 40. Then you have 4 and 20. Then you have 8 and 10. You see? So now, among these pairs, which one are you going to use? Because you're going to use a pair. And a pair that you're going to use is a pair that will give you, if you multiply it, it will give you this 80. Are you getting it now? That is this 80 here. If you multiply it, it is going to give you this minus 80y squared. And if you add it, it is going to give you this, or if you add it or you subtract it, that is either you add it or you subtract it, it will give you this middle term, which is this plus 2y. So now, if we are to pair this 1 and 80, 1 times 80 is 80, good. We agree with that, it will work. But then when you say 1 plus 80 is 81, is it 2? No. Then if you say 80 minus 1, it is going to give you 79. Is it 2? No. So this one is gone. We cannot use this pair. Now, if you come to 2 and 40, 2 and 40 will give you 80. Good, that is 2 times 40. But if you say 40 minus 2, can it give you 2? No, rather it will give you 38. If you say 2 plus 40 is 42. So now, so if you pair these 2 and 40, it cannot still work because it cannot give you this middle term. Then if you say 4 times 20, it cannot still work because 4 times 20 is 80, which is good. But 20 minus 4 cannot give you 2. And 20 plus 4 cannot still give you 2, which is the middle term. Cannot work. Then, but if you say 8 times 10, it will give you 80. And if you say 8 plus 10, it will give you 18. So, but if you say 10 minus 8, it will give you 2. So you see the thing now. So I said either minus or plus can give you the middle term before you now know that yes, that a pair is qualified to be used here. So this 8 and 10, we can use 8 and 10. Okay. The next question you ask yourself is, because already anything we are using here, we are also attaching y. So that y times y is y squared. So that one is not a problem. But the question you will ask yourself here again is, since we have minus 80 at the end and we have, which is minus 80 minus here, and we have, but we have plus at the mid as the middle term at the middle. So what are we going to do in this kind of problem now? So we have selected the right pair, right? But the next thing to do here is to add negative sign, that is minus. And if you are to add that minus, then which one do you think you are going to add the minus? Is it this 8 or to the 10 that you are going to put the minus? Now, okay, you know, whichever way, if we add minus at this 8 and plus at this 10, it will still give us minus 80, which is correct. Then, but during the subtraction, if you say minus 8 plus 10, it will give you plus 2, which is correct. You see? But if you say that, you will know that it's not just anyone you wish that you add it. So, if you add that minus to this 10 and say 8 times minus 10 is still correct to give you 80 minus 80. But when you come to this midterm, it is not correct. Because if you say plus 8 minus 10, it will give you minus 2. But it is not minus 2. What is in the midterm is what? Is plus 2. Is that clear now? So the right one to use here is minus 8 and the plus 10. You get? So that we come down here now. We repeat this equation, y squared. Now, this middle term now, instead of writing plus 2y again, we'll now bring down this. We'll write minus 8y plus 10y. You see? So that minus 8y plus 10y will give us this plus 2y. Is that clear now? Minus this 80 equal to 0. Then, what else? We now have that. Now, we'll now separate them. Just separate them. You know, we have 4 elements here now. So we'll separate them into 2 like this. Is that clear? So now, so that we have y squared minus 8y and plus, which is this plus here, bracket 10y minus 80 is equal to 0. Is that clear? So now, you have again that now, what's the common factor of y squared and 8y? When we say factor, we mean what they have in common. What do this y squared and the 80y have in common? What they have in common is y, just one y, only y like this, because 8 here, I mean 80 here is just carrying only y, while this y here is y squared. So what they have in common is just single y, so you bring it out. Y, because it will be dividing them. So that y squared divided by y, you have y. Is that clear? You have y minus 8y divided by y will give you 8. Is that clear, guys? So now, plus, between, there is 10y and 80. What do they have in common? Is 10, okay? 10 can divide 10y and 10 can divide 80 without remainder. So we bring it out. You don't say 10y because 80 does not have y, okay? So what they have in common is 10. So 10 bracket, when 10 divides 10y, it will give you y. If 10 divides 80, it will give you what? It will give you 8 equal to 0. Okay? Equal to 0. Now, no. Okay. Here. Now, you see this bracket now. Y, pick one of these brackets. You know, we have common brackets here. We have y minus 8 and y minus 8 as the bracket. Just bring only one bracket out. Y minus 8. That is the only one bracket. Don't pick the two. Just pick only one. Then you now pick these ones outside the bracket, which is y and this plus 10. Right? Y plus 10. Okay? Then equal to 0. So that y minus 8 equal to 0. Or y plus 10 equal to 0. So now, making y the subject of the formula, y is equal to 0. When minus 8 crosses the equality sign, it becomes what? Plus 8. Or y equal to what? 0. When plus 10 crosses the equality sign, it becomes minus 10. So that y is equal to 8 or minus 10. Okay, this is the value of your y. But then, since we are dealing with number basis, number basis, so you don't use minus negative number at the base level. So what you have here is y. Therefore, y equal to what? 8. And this becomes your answer. So now, the equation is in base 8. That is the answer. All right? So that is it. Thank you, guys.